So once upon a time, I had a friend and she decided to steal from me. Hello everyone and welcome to another LPS video. So today I'm going to be doing a story time about the time my friend stole an LPS from me. And by the way, she's no longer my friend. So this all happened about 2 or 3 years ago, and I was in class one day and the girl sitting in front of me was talking to her other friend about how she likes to make YouTube videos. So I was listening and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool because I make LPS videos. And then I heard her say the word LPS and Little's Pet Shop. So, and she also has the same, or she did have the same class that I had the next period. So she's also sat in front of me in that class. So I leaned over and I was like, hey, you make LPS videos? And she was like, yeah, I do. And so basically, she was like, do you know them? And I was like, yeah, I make them too. And she was like, OMG, no way. So we started talking and she was like, hey, we should, what's your Instagram? And, what's your socials and all that. So we exchanged phone numbers and Instagrams and all of that. And then the next day we talked a few times, but that night we texted and we became friends like quite fast. So fast forward a few days and we ended up hanging out, so I went over to her house and it was fine. We went to the park, we recorded some videos, we did lots of stuff, we even played with them. And then a few weeks later we went to the mall and did like a little vlog together. And then a few weeks after that, I kind of noticed she was a little, I guess you could say, not weird, but a little clingy, I guess. I'm not really sure the right word to use, but she got attached easily. And so a few weeks later, she came over to my house, and this was the first time she came over to my place, and, I showed her all of my collection. I showed her the LPS and props that I had. So she was like, hey, could we bring them out and play with them? So I was like, okay, sure. So I bring them all out. We kind of set up like a little school, I think it was. And so we were kind of just messing around with them. And so then after that, we were going to go hang out outside in my backyard. And so I'm already making my way outside, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So I was like, okay. So I go outside and I'm waiting for her. And then she's kind of taking a while, so I'm like, I wonder, what's the holdup? So I go back inside and I go to my room and she's in there. And I was like, hey, are you coming? And she's like, oh yeah, I was just grabbing something real quick. So I was like, oh, okay. So then we both go outside and it's all fine. And then that day ends basically. And so then the next night, so I get a text from her and she's saying how she feels really bad. And I was like, how come? And that's when she confesses that she stole an LPS from me. And I was very hurt that she would do something like that because I didn't think she was that type of person. And I was like, wow. So after that, I was very disappointed in her. And I didn't really trust her anymore. Like, I was like, what the heck? Like, why would somebody do that? That was kind of not needed. And so the next day at school, she's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to give it back to you. Just hold on. I'll get it tomorrow. So next day at school, she says that she, of course, forgets it. Oh, yeah. And then on that day we hung out, it was a Wednesday. And then that day that she says she forgot it was a Thursday. And then that next day, she says that she forgets it again. And you know what that means? It was a Friday. So that basically means that I would have had to wait that whole entire weekend just to get back this LPS. And by the way, if you're wondering, this is the LPS that she stole. It was this LPS bunny, and when I asked her why she stole it from me, she said that it reminded her of her dad for some reason. Not really sure how, but okay. She basically said it was like some childhood memory thing with her dad and it just reminded her of him, so I was just like, okay, well, that still doesn't give you the right to steal it from me. And so then on Monday, she finally gave it back, and it was in terrible condition. As you could see, it was very dirty, and that's the condition that I got it in. And I remember it was not that dirty when I owned it. So she obviously was playing with it and stuff, and it somehow got that dirty. And I still haven't really gotten around to cleaning it. I just kind of forgot about it because I don't really use that LPS. But I was still very disappointed in her that she would do that. So then I told her, hey, I can't really trust you anymore because if she did come over, what if she stole an LPS again? Like, I lost that trust. So then after I told her that, she got very, very offended, and she was just saying, like, wow, you're so rude. You're being rude just because I made one mistake. And she was, like, going off, and I'm just like, I'm really sorry, but... And also, I'm the type of person, I don't really give second chances. Like, once you've done something, like, extremely bad, like, I'm not gonna want to be your friend anymore. So she got really upset, and then the next day at school, she was just rolling her eyes at me every time she saw me, and then she, one time in the PE locker rooms, I was leaving, and I said bye to my friend because she has that class next, and she walks in. Oh, by the way, I'm going to call her Lisa. So Lisa walks in, and then I say bye to my other friend, and then she calls me a bad name. And I didn't hear this, but my friend did, so after class, she told me that she said that. So I'm just like, oh, that's nice, okay. So that is my little story time on when my friend stole an LPS from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to put a Google form in the description box down below, and you can enter any different types of story times you would want me to tell, like from schools, from dentists, I don't know, basically just from anything, and I'll tell a story time about it and make a video on it. So just let me know, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!